My friends, welcome back. This is Renee here with another reaction video. So, I just found out that the official trailer for the video game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order has been released. I know snippets of what the video game is supposed to be about. I understand that it follows a former Jedi Padawan after Order 66. I think he's being pursued by an Inquisitor, and he's trying to maintain a low profile, but other than that, I really don't know too much about what the game is going to entail. So I'm excited to watch this trailer. Star Wars video games always look really cool. I always really enjoy watching the cinematic portion of the video game. I've been starting to get into them more lately. So I'm excited to see how this one ends up going. So let's get watching. I wonder if it's only going to be for the Xbox. I don't have that console. Cute little droid.
Ready to do this?
Oh! That's cool. Are they in Kashyyyk?
Hey! Who are you?
Is that Saw?
Got a name?
Cal Kestis.
Saw Gerrera.
Yes! Oh,
You're on
good!
Jedi business.
Jedi.
Jedi is dead.
Not all of them.
A Jedi.
We have to stop them.
That's the plan. The Jedi are not yet lost. Hope is not yet lost.
Yeah, I'm okay. You all right? No, we are not doing that again.
Okay. Very nice. All right. So, firstly, Saw Gerrera. Saw is back. That is great. I really like Saw's character. I really, really do. Ever since he was introduced in the Clone Wars, made his reappearance in Star Wars Rebels, and of course, where he shows up in Rogue One. I really like his character. I think that his determination and his morals, I suppose, are very interesting to consider and view. I feel so bad for him. He really deserved better. He deserved, even if not a happy ending, just more happiness in his life, because he is severely lacking in anything joyful after Steela dies in the Clone Wars. And I really wish that he had more opportunity to experience more joy, just because so much of his life just became obsessed with hurting the Empire. In that wears a person down. But the gameplay itself looks fantastic. I really, really like the visuals. Like, everything about this looks so cool. Let's see. The people themselves look very real. Saw looks like the actor that played him. Is it Forrest Whitaker? Yes. Looks just like him. The guy that plays, or the character Cal, I think his name is, the Jedi. He looks like a real person. Like, the detail on this is absolutely fantastic. The last video game I played that wasn't KOTOR or Old Republic was Force Unleashed, the one that came out for the Wii many years ago, and everything in that was quite blocky. It was still good, but it was very blocky. But this looks so intricate, so detailed, so real. I wonder if they're using motion capture with the facial expressions and everything like that, because it would make sense because, I mean, they're using motion capture more and more now. I know that they had Ray Park use motion capture for Darth Maul in the new Clone Wars series, or in the new Clone Wars season that's going to come out here soon. So it would be great if they're utilizing that technology more, because it's really advanced over the years. All right, let's see. There were a few other things I wanted to go over. The droid is very cute. Disney and Lucasfilm have learned by now that people love their droids. So I wonder if that droid's going to end up being like a companion that comes with you. I can't imagine it would just be for the cinematic shorts. I love the walkers coated in vines and moss. That looks really, really cool, especially with the backdrop of the fog. It makes me wonder if they were deliberately camouflaged. And if so, for what purpose? Because normally with those, they're big imposing pieces of machinery. You want people to know they're there. But with the fog of the planet and the hilly mountainous region masked by the mist and the fog in the background, those would be very easily hidden. So I wonder what they're there for. This all looks so good. Let's see. I was curious about the dialogue that said, "The Jedi are not yet lost. Hope is not yet lost," because I don't recall Saw being very taken with the Jedi. I know that obviously Ahsoka and them helped Onderon during the Clone Wars, but I mean, even with Kanan and Ezra during Rebels, he didn't seem entirely impressed. So I'm wondering if Saw's line there, if you're meant to take them together, like hope is not lost because the Jedi are not lost, or if they just happen to coincide and he's like, hey, we've got Jedi and we've got hope. So I'm curious as to Saw's actual opinion of Jedi, because clearly he's working with the kid to try to achieve some end. There's another trailer. Sorry, I was just looking over here in the suggested box, and apparently there was a release trailer that I did not know about. Okay, I thought this was the first trailer. Well, that explains why people have stills and such of the other Inquisitor. Okay, so after this reaction, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this then. Yeah, because I definitely want to see that now. Okay, oh, let's see, what else? So, why did I not know about that other trailer? Okay, I'm curious about this guy that he's facing with the Electro staff, though, because they're dressed kind of like an Inquisitor, but again, has an Electro staff, as opposed to the lightsaber of the Inquisitors. So I wonder if who they're supposed to be. Let's see, was there something else? I wonder what time this takes place in. I wonder where this fits in the timeline, because it will make a difference if this is before or after Saw splits with the main Rebel Alliance, or the main Rebel faction that Mon Mothma leads, because at that point the Alliance didn't exist. Because Saw is clearly older in this, so it doesn't take place in the probably 5 years after the Clone Wars, so that leaves another 15-year window. But I imagine it takes place before Rebels, just because of the fact that we don't see any more Inquisitors after Season 2 of Rebels. Granted, I suppose that doesn't mean that there's no Inquisitors left. They could have existed through the end of the Empire, and we just didn't see them because they moved on to other bad guys for the Rebels crew. Yeah, I'm curious as to where it takes place in the timeline, and if at this point saw his split from the other rebels. I wonder if they ever found out about Kale. That's his name? Cal? I'll double check. Because if they never knew about him, that would certainly be interesting. And I also wonder how desperate Saw is at this point, because by the time he shows up in Rebels, uh, he's willing to do anything. Like, he doesn't care about casualties. He he's just doing everything he can to hurt the Jedi, or excuse me, not to hurt the Jedi, hurt the Empire. But if this is before then, he might be a little more stable of mind, I suppose I could say. In which case I could see a former Jedi working more closely with him. Okay. I think that was the main thing that I wanted to talk about with this. It looks so good. Like, everything about this is so good. I don't have any console system. I have my PC, so I probably won't be able to play this. I'll have to see if I've got a friend who's got an Xbox that might let me come over and play this. Otherwise, I mean, I guess if I watch the cinematic shorts once the game comes out and someone posts them online, as they probably will, I might just end up having to watch the cinematic shorts to find out what's going on. Oh goodness. Looks so good. I hope then that the gameplay itself is fun, because I know that there are some complaints with EA games where stuff looks really good and then the gameplay's not that great. Like I've said, I've never had a real console, so I'm not sure how accurate that statement is, but I know that that's a complaint that I've heard sometimes. But this does look really good, and it's really impressive what they've done with it so far. Well, I'm excited for when it comes out. I'm going to go back and watch the release trailer now, watching things a little out of order. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. If you've got any questions, comments, suggestions, anything you'd like me to react to, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you again. Hope you have a great day, and may the Force be with you.